Hello dear all beautiful learners, welcome again after 1 week. We are going through another topics of first paper, biology first paper. Since my class was in the 10-5, that means in the second period, but I took this class in the similar matching with another section class I have overlapping with you. So I take this class now, and today we will go through a very important topics, that is the structure of cell wall. Okay, so very first one, physical structure of cell wall. We cannot think in before that we will go through understanding about the structure of cell wall. We know about the total structure of the cell and total cellular parts, many of them, but structure of the cell wall, that means the outer wall, it is very important question also. You cannot think it before, but today when we will go through understanding about this point, we can draw the figure first. Okay, so follow me, my dear students. I will draw the figure. You can just have that points. Keep this one a straight line and getting straight line, and having this one with this way. Okay, this way. I just give it this one. You can make it dark. Okay, make it dark. So in this way, make it double and dark layer on that parts, and then not only this part, we will try to have getting features like having this one, the structure, that is the primary cell wall. We will try to understand then after. Just follow me for drawing a figure like that. We will just give a shape like that. Okay, so follow me here, and then after we will try to give it here. In that part we will just having this one, and similarly here, from here we will start and go through the very end point. You will try to give it here also. Drawing figure in biology is mandatory for you, because you know, if you don't draw the figure properly, that times your marking part will be very less. You explain many things with the proper way, what asking the question, but you don't draw the figure, on that time it will be not getting the full marks. Okay, in biology always say is nothing but drawing the good figure here. Okay, hope so you understood this one. And the layer, primary layer, we already drawn there, and here I just tell you, and you can give it in the finally this part in this way, accordingly in this way. So the primary wall we draw here. So when we will draw with the pencil using the scale, that times it will be more better of looking. Yes, then after one, two, three. One, you can draw this way. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Then straight upward, and that one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I just try to make you mind in which way you can draw your figure. Okay, in this way you can draw your figure. So upper part we can compile this way, and then finally this one also, 1, 2 and 3. 1, 2 and 3. So just going through straight forward to downwards. I just draw this one with my hand, but you will use the scale here. Yes, in this way, make it just for look like similar. That times it will be better for looking or look at. Okay, then 1, 2, 3, similar. 1, 2, 3, and one layer come in this way, second layer come in this way, third layer come in this way, and it can match with them in this way. Okay, so this is done, and all time it is 3, 1, 2, 3. It is going on there. 1, 2, and 3. So this one can also draw in this way, and here also 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, just like 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. In this way we completed our drawing. Hope so you understood this one properly, what we try to draw here. In below you can write there the structure of figure, structure of cell wall, structure of cell wall. So we completed of drawing here the structure of cell wall. Yes, I have seen that Faiz Kader, Fahad, Ahanab Tajwar joining. Yes, Labiba Alom, Amir Hussein Rafi. Everyone, very good morning. And my dear students, have to connected with there. I told you in 10:05 is that time overlapping with the class with having. So now I take this class. And similar time, 2 class 2 section, I will talk to authority about that for minimize that one. By the way, who are missed, they can connect after publishing this video. Hope so you are getting well, and very good morning. After 1 week we met together. Today we learn about the physical structure of cell wall. So we will marking this one. Middle lamella is the first one. This part is the middle lamella. Middle lamella, okay, middle lamella, and then this dot like substance what we see here, that is the primary cell wall, or primary wall we can say about that one. Okay, primary layer you can say also, the primary layer or cell wall you can say, primary cell wall. Yes, and we can see about this part is the secondary cell wall. Yes, and we can see the pit pair is there, pit pair, and in this one we can say here pit membrane. Okay, pit membrane. So this is the figure we draw and marking that part, pit membrane. Okay, membrane. So I hope so we can complete our drawing by this way, and this structure is actually going on through understanding, and not very much tough, but having some consciousness, and with drawing that figure by practicing, and you can get it back properly. Okay, I hope so you will getting connection with that specific part by doing the physical structure of cell wall. Now we will go through understanding about their structure. Yes, the 3 layer, that means cell wall consists of, basically cell wall consists of 3 layer, basically 3 layers, and is the middle lamella. We will write the middle lamella. So about middle lamella we will some important points. Okay, in the telophase stage, introduce the found, it is initiated, or yes, it is found. You can write found at first at the telophase stage, of mitosis cell division. That means this one is found actually very first time at the telophase stage of mitosis cell division. First one, it is originated or initiated or found at first. Okay, you can write this one, first one. and then it is composed of we can write the composed. It is composed of phragmoplast and pectin. Phragmoplast that is from cytoplasm, phragmoplast and vesicle like pectin from Golgi body. Okay, it is composed of phragmoplast from cytoplasm and vesicle like pectin from Golgi body. This is very important parts for also MCQ formation or constituent can inside in the middle lamella of the cell wall. So you can write in this way, my dear students. I hope so you understood this one, and later on we will write this middle lamella or middle lamella can help. Middle lamella can separate two other layers. So what we learn about the middle lamella, very short things, small important points that we can write here. That is the middle lamella. First of all, I have written this is the middle lamella, dark right. Okay, so this middle lamella, it is found at first at the telophase of the mitosis cell division. It is composed of very important phragmoplast from cytoplasm and vesicle like pectin from Golgi body. This is composed and constituent of the middle lamella, and middle lamella you can see separate the other two layers. That means it is middle, so it can separate the other two layers of the cell wall. So this is about the middle lamella. I hope so you understood these points, what we actually going on through. Yes, many of you also later on joining. I have seen that Strong, Gajali, Samia Afroz, Fatin Nur Jahin, Amir Hussain Rafi, I told you, Tanvir Ahmed Sami, all of you, we already started, and very important topics. Who misses the very first time, you can join this one as like as the previous time, because I told who are joining in very first, overlapping class in between the timing on 10:10 or 10:05, so that I took the class before 15 or 20 minutes. I have the 10:05 or 10:10 another class. So we will try to understood about the physical structure of the cell wall today. We have drawn the figure very first time, which way you can see and watch the video after publishing, then after, and we try to go through learning about the physical structure and cell wall layers. First one is the middle lamella. We completed the middle lamella. Now we are going through the second one, and that is the primary cell wall or primary layer. Primary wall or cell wall you can write. Second one, first one done. I erase this one. Yes. So second one is the primary wall or cell wall. You can write primary wall. Every points is very important. In which way we learn about the cell wall. It is very important question, my dear student. Asking for 3 marks question, 4 marks question several times. Okay, so we will take serious about that points. This structure of the cell wall. Yes, this is the second layer. We know it is actually a thin layer. It is thin layer. I just compile the complex topics into very short form by point wise, because this type of question, if you write with writing the point by point, that time it will be very easily learning and can easily guessable and easily can gettable for enriching the knowledge. So it is thin layer, and it density actually, and we can say thickness is 1.3 somehow, 1 to 3, okay, 1 to 3 micrometer. This is the symbol, not the M, it is the micro, look like M but not M. You will write in this way, micrometer, 1 to 3 micrometer, this one. So then it is composed of what the things is going on there. Cellulose, hemicellulose and glycoprotein. Cellulose, hemicellulose and glycoprotein. You can write glycoprotein. Cellulose, hemicellulose and glycoprotein composed of, very very important, the composed, which cell wall consists of or composed of, or which are the constituents belongs to the primary cell wall, middle lamella. It is very important. So I hope so you will better to mark it a star for knowing that one. Yes, and then we can say about sometimes around this layer another layer can be found, another layer, and that is composed of cellulose instead of cellulose and lignin. That means there is a lignin, cellulose and lignin. I have written this one, cellulose and lignin, and their thickness, that time the thickness is actually going on through 5 to 10 micrometer. Sometimes, yes, I will make you mind, please write this one. Yes, sometimes we can see that around it, the layer, we can write the points number 3 here. Sometimes around this layer another layer can be found that is composed of cellulose and lignin, and the thickness of going on through 5 to 10 micrometer. And this is, you can write the headline here, I forgot to write there, that is the secondary, okay, lignin, that is secondary, that is, you can write the secondary layer here, secondary layer. I forgot to write, my dear students, to write the secondary layer, third one. So sometimes around the, look at here, this is the middle lamella, around it there is a primary cell wall, and then after the thickness we have seen, most of them, the primary cell wall covered with the another layer, that is, we have seen the secondary layer or secondary cell wall or secondary wall. What you write, it is not the matter. Matter is sometimes around this layer, which layer? Primary layer, there are more thick. Look at here, the thickness of the primary wall is 1 to 3 micrometer, but here what we have seen, the thickness more than 3 layer, 1 to 3. So the thickness of the secondary layer or secondary wall, or you can write the secondary cell wall, the thickness 5 to 10 micrometer, 5 to 10 micrometer. We have seen they composed of cellulose and lignin also, because they composed of cellulose, hemicellulose, glycoprotein. We have seen they composed of cellulose and lignin. This type of question can asking for 1 marks, and also having for MCQ types of question, and which one is composed of middle lamella. In this way, this type of question can asking for. Yes, and it is this type of secondary wall are three layered. Okay, we have drawn there 3 layered structure we have seen. And another one is the meristematic cell, no secondary wall, no secondary. This one is very wanted type of question. No secondary wall found in meristematic cell, and metabolic cell. I write in very small way so that in a way that parts we have written there, and you can see the lower part of that one, very lower part. I have written there. The third one is the secondary layer. Sometimes around the layer, around this layer, that means primary layer, around the primary layer you can write another layer can be found that is composed of cellulose and lignin, is called secondary layer. Their thickness is 5 to 10 micrometer. They are 3 layered, 1, 2, 3 layered, and no secondary wall. This secondary wall or secondary layer is not actually found in case of the meristematic cell or meristematic tissues and some metabolic cell. There is no secondary wall. Very, very important and wanted type of question for MCQ in admission test also upcoming, where secondary wall are found is many of the cell, many of the plant cell, but where it is not found in case of the meristematic cell, meristematic tissues and metabolic cell, there is no secondary cell wall. I hope so you understood that point, my dear students. Okay, so now it is that time we can going on through specifically middle lamella, primary cell wall, primary wall, secondary wall or layer, primary layer you can write also, secondary wall. That is the physical structure of the cell wall. Beside then we have seen the two parts, pit pair or pit membrane. What is this area? Pit area. Okay, pit fields. We will write another. It is also including in the physical structure. Okay, then I think you understand these points. Yes. Overlapping class, you know, my dear students, I have that overlapping class at the same time with you and another section. So I'm very how many time I can took on there. Okay, last one we go through another parts in case of the physical structure. That is the pit fields. Okay, pit fields means actually it is going on through the very thin area. It is very thin area is in the cell wall, very thin area you can write about that. And then in the middle lamella that connects in the middle lamella, okay, they can two pit can connected, two parts with pit are connected here. Okay, so these are called the pit pair. Okay, this is the pit pair. I will make you understand, please. Pit pair. Okay, this is the pit pair, and we can say this area is actually an layer in pit pair. Pit pair is pit membrane. Pit membrane layer is the pit membrane, and here the ultra connection done by plasma desmata. So my dear student, pit fields actually here, pit pair, pit membrane, we can see here actually it is very thin area in the middle lamella. Look at here, in the middle lamella, two parts with pit. Pit is actually the hollow parts in between the layering, and this is the gap. You see the pit in the middle lamella, the two parts, this one parts, this one another parts with the pits are connected here. This is called pit pair, this one and this one, the two pit. So it is called the pit pair. Okay, in the middle lamella, two cellular parts with the pit are connected each other. So this pair is called pit pair. I have written there the pit pair. And layer in the pit pair, this layer also middle lamella, around this a layer also here we can found. Here you can write also, here you can write also. That is in the pit pair, there is a small very thin layer can found, that is the pit membrane. And this ultra connection, ultra means is very thin connection, what we have seen only middle lamella can connect there. So the ultra connection are done by plasma desmata, ultra connection done by plasma desmata. Okay, so this is the total structure of the pit fields and total physical structure of the cell wall. I hope so you understood the today's topics about the physical structure of cell wall. There are also the chemical structure, ultra structure we can go through in the next class. I hope so today's study very important. You can ensure the note by doing thyself. Also try to practice the figure at home. Hope so we will meet again in the next class. Till then everyone, stay safe, stay sound. Allah Hafiz.